Hey everyone, it's Justin. Thank you for watching and welcome to my house. It's time for another ServiceNow Store Highlights or SSH version 04212023. And in this episode, we are in my new workspace. That's right, I've got a workspace now for Justin's house, and we're taking a look at this week's episode. Let's take a look at the stats here. We've got 6 new releases in this bunch, 32 highlights, 8 compatibility updates, 3 fixes, and 8 release note fails, bringing us to a total of 57 new or updated applications in the ServiceNow Store. Let's get started. Let's take a look at what those applications are. We'll start with our release notes fail. We have 8 of them this week, which is more than usual. Let's see, CG4 asset tracking, CyberArk EPM plugin manual request, feedback app, and man, I usually love the release notes. Lionbridge Smart MT for dynamic translation, NetEnrich Connect, Office Templater, Okta Identity Cloud for security operations, and OnSolve IT alerts. All of our release notes fails this week, and if you're new to the channel, that's because the release notes didn't tell me what changed. They either were repeated release notes or inaccurate or just not updated release notes. So for these 8 applications, they got updated, but I can't tell you what changed, so that's what the fail is. Let's take a look at then, after the release notes fails, what were fixes that were released. Best Practice Engine, Service Graph Connector for Clarity, XDome, Medigate, and Service Graph Connector for Meraki. These were all minor fixes that aren't worth our time, but you may want to go look at them and see if they're applicable to your instance. Same with compatibility updates, data sources by Intellective, Navia integration, Navia User Story Express, Patient Safety 360, Sensitive Data Protection, Service Connector, Service Graph Connector for 1E, and Wonder by Intellective were all updated to be compatible with either Tokyo or Utah. There was a release notes fail that was compatible with Madrid. I didn't put that in here. I put that as release notes fail. It can't be compatible with Madrid. Anyways, okay, so after compatibility, what do we have to look at? We'll start with the new releases for this week. We have 6 of them, and we'll start with Emission Box. Let's take a look at Emission Box. New in the ServiceNow Store, end-to-end emissions management and ESG action platform. Key features: fully integrated with Emission Box greenhouse gas emissions monitoring sensors, collect emissions data, keep track of all key assets, keep track of key equipment, automate all required inspection work for orphaned, abandoned, or active facilities, and powerful dashboards to help you understand your sites across all regions, their state, incidents, and emissions. There's emissions management for tracking emission sources, know emission levels globally, per site, per source, history of all detected emissions, automatically track greenhouse gas leaks, and powerful dashboard showing global emissions. Remediation automation, trigger highly configurable remediation workflows, tight integration with field service management, pre and post remediation emissions verification, calculation and collection of evidence, predictive emissions reduction recommendations, and remediation efficiency KPIs. And last on our list here, ESG management, fully integrated with ServiceNow's ESG product, predefined key entities, entity types, and metric definitions, automatic ESG metric collection, and reporting on emissions as part of ESG disclosures. We do have some screenshots. Let's take a look at this Emission Box overview dashboard showing the United States, not the world, and total number of sites, active, sites by type, sites by state, and sites by leak status. Here we have the remediation tab in the dashboard. Here we have some automated metric definitions and a site configuration, so some site information and a map there. Next, a remediation task, all the stuff you might need to do with some impact on what that's going to do. That's pretty neat. And back to the overview. So that is the new Emission Box application in the ServiceNow Store. Let's take a look at our next new application, EY Beyond HR. Put humans at the center to unleash employee potential, increase value add activity, and create sustainable value. Key features: leading practice process flows, employee lifecycle events for recruiting, onboarding, separations, delivery toolkit for end-to-end implementation, pre-built integrations with market-leading HCM platforms, and Microsoft Teams. We don't have any screenshots for this one, but that's new in the ServiceNow from EY Beyond HR. Let's take a look at our next application, ShipEase CORE. This is the ServiceNow integration that revolutionizes the way you manage shipments. Key features: full shipment control, major carriers and services supported, streamlined processes, improved customer experience, reduced costs, native flexibility, and transformative. Do we have a screenshot? We do have some screenshots. There's the all menu with the ShipEase CORE menu showing shipments, templates, tracking, and carrier accounts. We have a shipment record. Someone's creating a new record there. Shipment template showing the creation of the template with service and package information. Here's the tracking history showing up in a section on a form. Here's the activity log showing new updates. And there's back to the all menu application. So that's what's new from ShipEase or InSource Inc. ShipEase CORE. Next on our list is going to be Symphonica Network Resource Management Orchestration Spoke, right there behind the logo. Cloud native and no-code service automation orchestration platform Spoke. That's the missing word. Key features. It's a codeless integration framework, activates any service technology network from a single point, domain-based architecture, controls the connections with southbound network devices and virtual devices, manages queuing, prioritization, and rate limits, integration to all networking technologies and other applications, and Symphonica provides a number of pre-built configuration packages for previously implemented technology and use cases. We've got a screenshot here that looks like a portal with a menu on the left and a search box in the middle. Customer orders view. This is actually an order, and this looks like two screenshots. I've got a customer orders and then the line items one line item looking at the order characteristics. Okay. Now we've got a flow and flow designer showing the historical run of looking up records, so it's their demo subflow. And there is a resource order, a summary, execution logs, and input parameters. There's the execution logs made big. And there's a video. I'm not going to play the video, but that is what's new from Intraway Corp for Symphonica. Next on the new releases list, Cirrus Nexus Group gives us TrueCarbon. Version 1.2, interesting. This is optimized cloud spend and carbon emissions with AI. Key features: carbon impact and cloud spend overviews, optimization opportunities, add a cost to carbon, interactive reporting with Power BI, and workflow change management is coming soon. Some screenshots for this one. What do we have here? Carbon intensities of global data center regions, cloud spend overview, nice little dashboard there. Cloud emissions overview, showing another nice little dashboard. Databases and elastic pools, and spend versus emission trends, and back to the carbon intensities of global data center regions. But that's new from Cirrus Nexus Corp, TrueCarbon in the ServiceNow Store since our last episode. Last new release is going to be Verterim ESG Dashboard Jumpstart. I'm getting an ESG theme to this week's episode. Enhance the core ESG management solution with purpose-built reports and dashboards designed by certified ESG practitioners. Key features: dashboard Jumpstart application to showcase different sets of reporting in the ESG application plugin. Using customer data or the ServiceNow demo data, the dashboard Jumpstart gives customers reports that they can use to measure and manage their ESG program. So notice this does require the ESG plugin from ServiceNow. We do have some screenshots on this one. Here's some ESG goals showing in the reporting module. There's the goals overview. There's some active tasks. And there is looks like a spreadsheet. Everybody's at a spreadsheet. Back to the goal. So that's the screenshots and what's new from Verterim Inc., the Verterim ESG Dashboard Jumpstart. That is our new releases. Last on our list is going to be the highlights, and it may look like there's a lot of them, but we're going to get through almost all of these in one fell swoop. Just watch. First on the list, 1E-ITSM Connect had an update to version 4.3.0. All featured from the previous release, bulk import of instruction sets, bug fixes, and error handling from 1E. Next, Apoxio Employee Hub had an update to version 1.6.0. This release contains configure what columns are shown on the unified tab, define a link to be shown in the footer, use a drop-down template in place of the tabs, and minor CSS improvements and an ES 2021 refactor for that application. Next, Chronicle for threat intelligence updated to version 1.3.0, list asset alias and list user alias, and list events for Chronicle enrichment support. Next is document merge. That got updated to version 1.3.0, added document merge templates for GRC risk, change request, project, and the VTB board. And we're going to knock out most of them here. From after document merge, notice I got Agile LLC, financial services, gaming, government, healthcare, insurance, manufacturing, media, medical device manufacturer, oil and gas, pharmaceutical, privacy, ARC. We'll go to the next page. Real estate, retail, technology, transportation, and utilities all got their quarterly content updates. So I'll open one of them, updated with Q1 2023 data. So all of those applications from Agile LLC got updated with their Q1 data. That leaves us with a short list. Microsoft Sentinel got updated to version 1.0.11. New when impact is set, change severity, urgency, and its priority field values. That made no sense. When severity is updated, don't make changes to impact, urgency, or priority fields. That made a little more sense. And fix the ServiceNow incident link. Next, from Navia, the Agile add-on. Version 1.1.2, add support for many-to-many user story relationships. Next, Orca security for vulnerability response. To version 2, added support for the Orca API tokens and connected Orca security for vulnerability response to the automation rules. Next, Power BI connector got updated to version 1.4.1. Incremental refresh now supported, added entity relationship diagram, implemented access to already created sources like reports, report sources, etc., and minor UI UX improvements. Next, Qualys CMDB sync got updated to version 2.5.0. New in this one, metadata for internet-facing IPs, SSL certificate information, new option to include or exclude unmanaged assets, flags missing required software on assets, flags unauthorized software on assets, and import Qualys asset tags into staging tables, performance enhancements, and bug fixes. Next, runbook management got updated to version 1.4.0 from Iceflow. Commercial launch release of the runbook management solution. They've added various features and bug fixes in direct response to feedback from our early adopter participants. So notice there was a previous 1.3.0 and a 1.0.5 in December and October, respectively. So this is the commercial launch in April of 2023. Last on our list, Service Graph connector for Landsweeper to version 2.3.0. This release of the Service Graph is using Landsweeper API version 2. For this reason, it is important to check the setup guide and the webhook configuration. Let's take a look. Yeah, so it's different. Now includes new configuration items, and you can read them there. A bunch of new items in no particular order, it looks like. So I can't even say that's alphabetical. But it got updated, and that's the Service Graph connector for Landsweeper coming to us from Landsweeper. And that is all of our ServiceNow Store updates for this episode. Let's go back to the details page here and take a look at those statistics. We had in this one 57 new or updated applications. You can see right there. There were 6 new releases. Let me scroll this page up a little bit. The sizing is a little bit different on this workspace. All right, so, and actually I can't even see that. Scroll back up. There's new releases, 6 new releases, 32 highlights, 8 compatibility updates, 3 fixes, no downgrades, and 8 release notes fails. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, please subscribe, or share it with somebody who you think might be interested in what got updated in the ServiceNow Store. And until next time, don't forget to always be learning.